Hey guys, and welcome back to our survival world. We're still in the nether. Last time we built the honey farm up here at the gold farm. A bunch of my bees got out recently. I've been working up here. I've redesigned this gold trader thing to try to prevent it from backing up, and I think I've got something that works. It hasn't backed up yet anyways. But while I was up here building and everything, I left some spawnable blocks. Had them everywhere, really. And a zombie pigman spawned somewhere and came up here and broke this door down and let a bunch of my bees out. So I got some of them back in there, but I can't. I've been trying to get in there and breed them again, but it's every time I open the door, they want to fly out. So I don't know how many's in there now. Not near as many as we had, but it still works pretty good. And I designed a new, it's not really, oh, let's see if I can climb up here. It's annoying with all these half slabs and everything. So I moved our pigmen, or barterer guys. I'm not gonna be able to get up there. I didn't bring any scaffold in or anything. I moved our traders up there, and I now have a switch down in our main room that sends the gold up to them, and it will actually get the gold straight from the gold farm and send to them if you have the switch flipped. Right now we're just storing up gold, um, but it sends the gold up into the traders, and I put in a whole bunch of minecart hoppers down here to collect their drops, whatever they trade us, and it's way faster. So each there's two on top of two traders on top of this line of minecart hoppers, and two on this line. You can't really see it. There's another one over there. So it collects their items really fast, and then I have a really fast dispenser there on a observer clock, spinning the items out onto this ender chest, and then it ever so often pushes the items across this ice line here, and then I have item sorters within these minecart hoppers to collect the items super fast, and it can hold each one of these minecarts can pick up normally about a half a stack or so at a time, which we normally never get more than that. Like, they don't ever trade you a whole stack of items or anything. So this so far has not backed up. And there's another minecart hopper underneath that will pull out of the sorter and put it into storage below. So the next bottleneck would be if we get more than, what is that, like 5, 6 stacks at a time. That's probably never going to happen. It hasn't backed up yet. It's worked so far. I haven't ran it too long, but so far so good. Took me several hours to move these guys and set all this stuff up. So I didn't record any of it. It's just, it was very annoying to build. All up in the air and everything up here. But I had to move the storage around a little bit. I moved gravel to the end over here. So these last four chests, arrows, gravel, fire charges, and all this random stuff that can't be sorted. Ender pearls technically can be sorted, but not in the minecart hopper item sorter. It pulls the items out way too fast. Plus, I don't think we'll ever need that many. I kept like a shulker box full, And we can still get them if we want to. We just have to manually move them out. But all this stuff I'm put on switches over here to where we can send it to a dispenser that is just shooting into lava, so we can get rid of some of this gravel if we needed to. Or arrows, you just flip the switch and it will start dispensing them into lava if we need to clean out some of our storage, because I don't think we'll ever use that many arrows. Or gravel, we can use our gravity block duper if we do need gravel, and it's just going to block up our storage system. But it's also at the end, so that if it does fill up, then I put um, these blocks of soul sand lit on fire, so anything that does get backed up or overflowing, it just gets burned and deleted. So it shouldn't clog up, hopefully. And here's the switch to send gold up to the traders. You just flip that on, and I have a clock up there on and off for the dispenser, and also there's a timer to send them 2 gold ingots every time that torch ticks. So every couple of seconds it sends them 2 gold bars to trade. And here, you can just turn that off. I always leave that clock on just a little extra longer because it does send more gold out. But yeah, you can see the items that they're trading coming in, landing on the ender chest and getting pushed across the ice line there. And they most of all of them should be getting picked up by the hoppers right now, because none of them are full. Yeah, it's working pretty good, I guess. I don't know if this idea doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. We would have to just completely do away with the item sorting, or you would have to have like 3 or 4 item sorters per item or something. It's just, I don't know. It's only 4 traders. I don't know why it's too fast for the hoppers, but seems to be. Anyways, today's video we are probably going to build some new farms. I want to do a pumpkin farm and a melon farm, I think. I want to try to send them over to where we can trade the pumpkins and melons for emeralds. Mainly, we are gonna need some pumpkins for like car pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, things like that. But I think I'm gonna put them out here somewhere, and we may add in another row of villagers to our trading hall. Maybe just put them over here or something, and put farmer villagers back here. But I think I'm gonna put the melon and pumpkins back here. I think I'm gonna go with this style of a harvester. You just, every time a pumpkin would grow right here, it would update this note block, and the the piston would push it off, and we're just gonna put a water stream here to collect them all. That's the idea anyways. And I'm still gathering up some materials. I have a couple stacks of pistons, note blocks, some observers. I brought over some packed ice for the water systems. So I'm gonna decide where exactly I want to put it, and which direction and all, because we want the final product to land somewhere over that way, I think. or at least on the other side of the sheep farm, so we could trade. So maybe like right in here or something, somewhere close to where we're gonna put these villagers. And I'll be back whenever I figure out where I'm gonna put it. Okay, I think we're gonna put the pumpkin farm right around in here. Set up some pistons, some dirt. But I think I kind of want to keep it in this line here where we can walk through the middle of the sheep here if we need to, once we get the building put around the sheep. But we'll put the storage for the pumpkins and the melons right around in here somewhere. And then we'll have our villagers for trading down this back wall back here to trade pumpkins and melons with the farmers to get emeralds. But on this bottom level here, or this first part, we are gonna make a carved pumpkin farm first for getting seeds, and carved pumpkins if we need them for anything. And we won't have to like manually place down pumpkins and dig them back up kind of thing. We're just gonna let them grow. We'll be able to come through here and shear them, get pumpkin seeds and carved pumpkins, and then we will just put a push button harvest mode on this part. And we're gonna do something like that. So we'll have 2 lines of pumpkins and pistons. And we'll have each pumpkin will be able to grow either there or there. And we'll just put the pumpkin stalks in between the pistons. And then push it off, and we'll put some water stream through here so all the items will get collected on this end, and we can send them over that way. That's our idea anyways. And I think that should be enough carved pumpkins. I don't think we'll ever have to harvest a whole ton of these things or anything like that. We will just need to wait to put block in the face. Need to put a line of redstone on them to be able to send all these dudes a signal at the same time. And just do redstone all the way across here. Oh, that'll bust the redstone if it gets activated. We won't be able to put it on top of them unless we go up another block. Which, yeah, we can do that. We could just put it on top of these. And we'll need a repeater. Put a repeater right there. It's unfortunate that it's gotta poke out one more block, but that's okay. And just do something like that so we can run this redstone line down across here. Put our other repeater right there. And we'll continue our blocks across here. And more redstone. Oops, missed one. And now, if we send this a signal, let's just get a button if we got a button. I don't need a crafting table, I'm just putting that down. Alright, Let's get a button. Make sure it's going to harvest them all. We'll just put a button right there for right now. Yep, that'll knock all the pumpkins off if we need it. I probably want to put it on that side, because that's going to be the main entrance down there. So I probably need to turn this stuff around the other way. Let's see here. We want to be able to walk in there, so I don't really need to put it on that level. Then I'll hit my head. Hmm. The repeater's gotta go right there, though, for sure. On both sides. So, we'll have to do up a block after that. Oops. Technically that would work. Right there. We put redstone across here. Repeater pulling out of that block. That should still be fine. Yep. All of them get harvested. Yeah, that would work like that. Don't need to fill all this in the back now. Yeah, that would work just like that. Mm-hmm. That's that's gonna be the first part of the farm anyways, and then we'll probably do some just normal regular pumpkin harvesters that are automatic that we'll send to storage on this other on some like to the right over here, and then do melons as well. Okay, well, I went ahead and finished the other parts of the build. This is the one we ended with, where we can come in with our shears and make carved pumpkins. I just put the shears here on an item frame, and we can carve all the pumpkins, and then come back out here, put our shears up, and push the button, and we can send all that stuff to storage. I even made a spot for seeds, so we're just going to throw those in there. And then this one on the other side, this one will harvest automatically, just normal pumpkins. Um, so the note block gets updated to the pumpkin sound whenever the pumpkin grows, and sends a signal to the lamp and powers that rail, which updates the piston and knocks the pumpkin off. That's how these pumpkin ones work. Pretty easy little redstone there. And then we have this floor is all pumpkins also. Same thing with the rails and the lamps. And then up on this level is all melon farms. Well, that's going to happen from time to time. They get harvested and get slung onto the side. This one is a little different of the redstone. So I have the observers watching the stalk grow. So whenever the stalk changes from, well, once it gets to the full grown stage here, it'll like curve over wherever the melon gets grown, and the observer will power both of the redstone beside it, and it will push the pumpkin or the melon off and break it. And then inside the water stream here at the end, there's a hopper to catch the melons and craft them into the block of melon or whatever once it gets filled up, and it just spits it into this little tunnel, which also goes down to our storage. Oh, there you go. See one go in there. And I just hooked up the storage room over here So it comes underground and then comes up and sorts everything here. Here's our pumpkins. I haven't actually set the filter for melons yet, I don't think. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. It hasn't reached full yet. I just finished up building the melon one. So, yeah, the next part will be getting all the villagers down through here so we can start trading pumpkins and melons once once we get quite a few of them. Should be a pretty good source of emeralds, and we kind of save some of our iron that way. I don't know how I'm gonna put the to finish up the building here. I did use a lot of frog lights, so it'll be bright in here and the crops will grow good. I could cover it all up, or I could use glass so you could see in. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Which, yeah, I haven't put a building around most of the stuff on the island, so we'll put that off for a little while. Well, I guess I could just leave this in case I need to get up there for anything else. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to work on getting our farmer villagers put in. Also need to go back through and put sea lanterns behind all these dudes. When I first put these iron traders in, I did not have sea lanterns. And then afterwards, I started putting sea lanterns behind all the newer ones that I got. The new villagers, anyway. I think that's our last one. Yeah. I don't know how many villagers we have in our little hold-in chamber. There's several in there. But I need to breed them up some more. Alright, guys. Well, I got the pumpkin farm done and melon farm. Just put a little building around it. Nothing fancy. It's just white concrete and deep slate on the roof. Yeah, just to hide it a little bit. It didn't look the greatest. I left a doorway here so we can get in and carve those pumpkins and left some scaffolding to get onto the roof or the other levels or whatever. And yeah, think that's gonna do it for today's episode. Finally closed up a building. It was just all uneven and stuff. It just didn't look the best. But it left us some doorways and stuff to get around if we need to. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one.